Bora lá então ver como é que tá esse combate aí.
From a combat perspective, I always, and I still feel like the meat and potatoes of any God of War game is combat.
Nossa senhora! Vocês viram ali o Kratos tirando a cabeça do bicho? Combate inimigos elevados. Bora!
My name is Roberto Clemente. All my friends call me Bert. I'm a senior combat animator here at Sony Santa Monica.
My name is Kim Wynn, and I'm a gameplay animator.
Hi, I'm Sabra, and I'm a senior VFX artist on God of War Ragnarok.
My name is Grace Pan, and I'm a gameplay animator in God of War Ragnarok.
Hi, I'm Stephen O'Hara, GBA, combat designer on God of War, and I create interesting and memorable creatures that players like to attack and defend against.
As an animator, you gave life to characters. You make them move, you give them personalities, you give them weight.
My role as a VFX artist is to put the power behind a move. You are in control of fire and earth and water and wind. Whether you are throwing your axe or on the receiving end of an enemy spell, VFX is what really gives the movement and the danger to every move that a character or enemy makes.
I work really closely with the design team and the tech art team on this project specifically. We actually work a lot with camera, along with the guidance of our great camera team, so I find myself doing fight choreography sometimes.
One of the most challenging parts about being a combat designer isn't the technical implementation of creating a creature, but it's really navigating that line between frustrating and engaging. We want to make something that makes players lean forward and focus and really try hard against that enemy and feel good about overcoming that, but we don't want to make them feel defeated.
Caraca, vocês viram ali o...
And then it feels rewarding.
Vocês viram que apareceu o
because it's
indicativo, o
impossible,
indicador, né?
because it's
É que já
fun.
tinha isso em 2018, mas... Muito da
After
hora.
last game, we've heard the community cry out for more mini bosses, bigger creatures, and enemy variety, and this time we really leaned into that. So in God of War Ragnarok, you're going to be traveling to all 9 realms, and each realm is going to have like its own theme of enemies that are very unique to that space. For example, in Alfheim, we're familiar with the Dark Elves, but this
Sim.
time around we're going to be fighting Light Elves, such as the Light Elf Warrior. One of the key learnings from the last God of War game is we don't have to think about the camera and how close combat is going to feel. We already have that knowledge, so we can build upon the close camera that we have, and we can iterate on enemies, creating more interesting scenarios. In the last game, Atreus was just starting to fight alongside Kratos, and he was learning from the master tactician. So in this game, he's trying to prove himself a little bit more, and we built upon those mechanics with him.
Já era de se
was
esperar,
still a
né?
kid, right? So he has a lot of dependency on his father. And for this game, you will see Atreus moving more independently.
Olha só o Atreus. Maneiro, o Atreus já foi na frente, tá ligado?
Is the powerfulness of it. When you are playing as Kratos, you really do.
Essas lâminas do carro são muito da hora.
Into Ragnarok, we want to really make something bigger, make it stronger, make it more of a
Olha
spectacle.
só
We want
que
them to be like,
maneiro.
oh my gosh, I didn't know that the Blades of Chaos could get even better, but look at that.
So
Nossa
as Kratos gets more
senhora.
powerful, he's going to have access to newer combos and newer abilities that will increase the combat depth.
Ele fazia esses golpes,
One
né?
of the moves that I've really enjoyed from previous God of Wars is the combat grapple, and we're going to be bringing that with a new twist.
Olha, esse aí é um elfo luminoso, esse aí, né? A gente vai lutar contra os elfos luminosos também. Só que eles são de outra variação, né?
One of the ways we've expanded Kratos combat this time around is we've given more utility and choice to his shield loadout.
If you
Nossa,
are a
muito
parry
bravo.
person, you could really go for a shield that gears towards parrying. If
Caraca,
you're
o bagulho-
blocker, then you could choose a shield that will
O
really
bagulho tá
match
nível
your
Dark
style.
Souls, mano.
One new mechanic or element
E
that I'm
role,
really
role,
excited about
protege, dá
is
parry.
combo finishers. Building up the stun meter this time around is going to lead to different ways to basically decapitate the enemy.
You're going to be able
Nossa.
to choose, which weapon you want to have when you kill a guy. Another
Nossa!
added for Kratos is his new pre-fall
Que
attacks.
brutal, velho.
And if there's an enemy below you, you could slam down on him.
Toma! Ah, agora ele dá um... Maneiro.
There's such an
Ele dá um
emphasis on
porradão no
technology
chão
in these
agora, né?
games that it's super engaging. And as Kratos, now that you have so much mobility and that you can
Nossa,
also
que
take advantage of
delícia
that
que vai ser
verticality,
jogar
it's
esse
just
jogo,
adds
galera.
another interesting layer to a fight.
In God of War Ragnarok, we've enhanced the Kratos and Atreus duo. He's going to initiate a little bit more, be aggressive. He's going to fight alongside you. Sometimes even surprise you with his combo abilities too.
Some of the new
Ah,
expanded
olha!
companions
Você viu o
actually
Atreus
do
descendo a
DLC
porrada no...
Atreus do leverage the fact that he's older now, he's bigger now. And he's different from Kratos, so his magic has a different flavor.
Not only that the
Que
fight
maneiro, o
happens
Atreus
together,
tá... Olha o
there
Atreus
are also a lot
macetando
of
o cara,
mini-games
velho.
and, you know, player interaction moments. For example, like the puzzle systems and the set pieces, you definitely will see a lot more collaborations between father and son.
There's so much that goes into building a big set piece. You basically iterate.
Galera,
iterate,
que
and
é
it's like
isso, mano? Eu tô
testing,
todo
and it just
arrepiado.
works to really figure out the personality of something.
Meu
Basically, every
Deus do
department
céu,
gives it
cara.
their all to make things really spectacular. There were a lot of different times that I would look back at God of War games just through the ages before 2018. There were so many amazing, huge boss fights and set pieces.
Exatamente, exatamente.
On my time on this project.
Galera, eu tô emocionado aqui, eu não tô zoando, eu não tô zoando.
Our design philosophy for creating new and memorable enemies is
Caraca,
basically making
velho.
them a
Meu
combat
Deus,
puzzle,
esse
similar
jogo,
to like
cara.
chess, and focusing on the chess pieces. Each piece has its own theme and its own use.
You need to be able to see what's happening in an instant and be able to react as the player.
There's a couple of different ways that we go into making an attack very readable for the player. Sometimes we add a signature audio cue, or we'll add the different rings such as we did in the last game that let you know that this attack is unblockable, you need to dodge it.
There's so many different ways that VFX really helps not just show what an enemy is about to do, but show who the enemy really is.
Everything you design has to be surrounding the essence of the character and a story. It's what makes it believable and memorable in the first place.
I think what I'm most excited about is for players to experience the diversity of enemies that this game has to offer. You will be fighting everything from small little creatures to things that will take up the entire screen.
All of their designs run the gamut. I think each one looks so much different from the next one, and each of them have their own.
Pera aí que eu tô tentando respirar aqui, é muita coisa.
And so I think if you are really into Norse mythology,
Eu amo
very
mitologia.
interested to see how Sony Santa Monica has taken some of these creatures and interpreted them for God of War.
Everything that goes into the game, there's emotion behind it and intent behind it, and by the time it gets to you,
Cara, eu tô muito feliz que isso existe, cara. E que faltam poucos dias, mano. Vambora, vambora, galera, vambora! Nossa senhora, moleque! Nossa, partiu o bicho no meio! Muito da hora, velho! Ô, galera, sabe uma parte que eu achei da hora aqui, velho? Que não deu nem pra comentar direito. A gente viu que o Atreus tem novos movimentos ali, né? Ele não vai depender do pai dele agora. Mas aqui, ó. Aqui eu achei da hora. Olha só. Eles estavam ali, acredito eu que num gap, né? E aí brotou as valquírias do nada ali. Olha que cara! Ô, moleque, moleque! Ah, moleque, esse jogo! Olha, isso aqui também é interessante que eles falaram. Deixa eu botar aqui, né? Diminuir um pouco o volume. O Atreus, olha só. Olha, o Atreus já... Tipo, o Kratos estava atrás, o Atreus já foi subindo, deu uma flechada ali, subiu com uma mini corda, sei lá o que ele fez. Já agarrou, subiu. Que da hora, galera, que da hora. Eu vou dar mais uma analisada, né, e aí eu vou ver se eu trago um vídeo aqui mais a fundo pra vocês, se tiver alguma coisa aqui diferenciada, mas esse vídeo é mais um react mesmo. Cara, começou a cair água dos meus olhos aqui. Mas é isso, galera, deixa o like, se inscreve, ativa o sino pra você não perder mais nada e comenta aqui do que você achou, tá? Tá chegando, galera, tá chegando e eu não aguento mais esperar. Um abraço a todos, fique com Deus e até mais. Fui!